Are you all excited to hear stories?
Yes.
Okay. I will tell the story. After that, I am giving you a task. That is, you need to guess who is that person in that story. And eventually, at the end of the story, you have to find out who is that person. Shall I start?
Yes.
There was a city, there was a big city. In that city, there were thousands of workers. Everyone was working on their own, like drivers, teachers, doctors, guards, shopkeepers, etc., etc., etc. Everybody was working on their own. In that city, there was a powerful ruler, or we can say powerful commander. So who controls the city? So that is why I am giving you this story as a title, The Mystery Commander. What is the story name?
Mystery
The
Commander.
Mystery Commander. So he controls the whole city. Strangely, nobody has seen him. He never appeared in front of people. No single person had seen him. So now I am going to ask you, who is that person? Who is that person?
The chairman of that city.
Which is related
He
to topic.
works 24 hours, no breaks, no holidays.
Okay.
He works 24 hours day and night, kept working, working, working. So who is that person? The Mystery Commander.
Maybe defense. He was working like a defense
Soldier.
soldier in our, or it is related to our daily life.
So students, today we are going to meet this Mystery Commander is none other than our central nervous system that includes the superhero brain. Through the chapter Control and Coordination. So students, today we are going to discuss about how the brain is made up of structurally and functionally, and how brain is protected through the chapter Control and Coordination. Firstly, have you ever seen your brain?
No.
How
No.
many of you say loudly?
Our brain, how can we see others in
Okay,
pictures?
do you have a brain?
Of course, yes.
Yes. There is one funny definition is there. You asked me to define brain.
Define brain.
Brain is an organ that goes on vacation during exams. We relate this now?
Yes.
We relate this. It goes on vacation during exams. Jokes apart, but brain is the world's best supercomputer. It is the silent boss of our body because it controls every steps, every blinks. Do you agree that?
Yes.
Yes. So brain, it helps us to learn, think, and also remember. It controls it controls both voluntary and involuntary functions. So let us know the structure and function of brain, or we can say parts of brain. See, this is the brain, it looks like. If I cut one part, what happens?
Half
It
part
remains
will
with
be
a
right.
half.
It part separate.
Divides.
It part separates. So in the one part we are going to discuss today now in this class. So I am showing you. See, this is the topmost view of your brain. So when it goes to divide, it looks like this. So they're both separated. But we are studying this. So that is what it both looks the same, and we are taken this. Okay? Understand?
Yes.
So now coming to the structure. Structure, brain comprises mainly three steps. Before knowing the brain, you all know that our nervous system comprises two most types, that is central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. Central nervous system which is the main control center of our body. Just like in your home, the main switch. If the main switch turned off, then there is no electricity to home. So in the similar way, the central nervous system is the main control center of our body. So in that, it includes the two superheroes, that is brain and spinal cord. Now we are going to discuss the brain. So structure of brain. Brain consists of three important parts, that is forebrain, midbrain, hindbrain. Which are the three parts?
Forebrain,
midbrain,
brain.
and hindbrain. See, here the forebrain, the part which includes, looks like some color, you have white yellowish color, this is called the forebrain, and this part is called midbrain, and the last, that is behind portion that is hindbrain. So these are the three important parts that have brain consisting. Now let us know one by one, okay? So first is forebrain. Forebrain, it is the first. Fore means the front view of brain. That is called forebrain. It is the first and largest part of the brain. So it consists of the important part, cerebrum. Which is that part?
Cerebrum.
Cerebrum. Cerebrum. You all know that brain weighs approximately 1.3 kg, which has made up of millions of neurons. So forebrain, which consists of important part, that is cerebrum. So cerebrum we also called as thinking part of the brain. Which is the thinking part of the brain?
Cerebrum.
Is the thinking part of the brain. So let's see the functions of cerebrum. Cerebrum, it controls all the mental abilities. It controls all the mental abilities. You say that the person is very intelligent. He has very good intellectual capacity. So that is what it is responsible by the cerebrum. It controls all the mental activities. And most importantly, it is the seat of intelligence and memory. It is the seat of intelligence and memory. We forget in exams because of our low memory. If you've seen a person after a long time, you can easily recognize him. Why? Because in your memory, the picture of that person is stored. So that is what the function. That is what the cerebrum is, the seat of intelligence and memory. How well your memory, how easily you remember. So that's all depend on how good your cerebrum is. If you have a well-defined cerebrum, then I can say you are more intelligent. Okay, and this memory varies from one person to another. So you all agree that
yes.
Everybody have a different memories. So some may easily remember, some may not. So that is what the cerebrum is. So you have to remember these two. And moreover, another one function is it controls voluntary functions of our body. Which are the voluntary functions? What are voluntary functions?
We are that are under.
Which are in our control, that are voluntary, which are in our control. It depends on our thinking process. If you want to talk to me, you can talk. It's depend on your thinking. If you don't want to listen to the class, get out. It's up to you. So that is what the voluntary actions, for example, talking, walking, all the physical activities that we can do, first we think about that. That is what voluntary functions are. It controls the voluntary functions. So this is about the cerebrum. Now I will show which is the cerebrum. See, here you are looking at it. So this part is all called cerebrum. So this come under forebrain. Okay. Next, the second part. Which is the second part?
Middle brain.
Midbrain.
Right.
Midbrain.
Here I will tell midbrain and hindbrain. Because these two work together. These two work together. These two controls the involuntary functions of involuntary functions of body. So that
Voluntary.
voluntary functions. This is
Involuntary
involuntary functions. What are involuntary functions?
Digestion,
Sleeping.
excretion,
Yeah, digestion, excretion,
circulation.
heartbeat. You cannot say just stop for a while. Heart. Do you say like that?
No.
What happens?
We will die.
Yeah, respiration. You can you able to stop respiration hours together?
No.
It is impossible. So that is also controlled by both this midbrain and hindbrain. So for example, involuntary actions are which are the involuntary actions?
Respiration.
Digestion,
Respiration,
respiration,
Sleeping.
circulation,
hmm,
excretion,
respiration, then
circulation.
circulation of blood, so etc. So these work together, but here the one twist is there. Midbrain have lot function, but as per the textbook of SSLC, it has not given much. But moving on to the hindbrain again classified into three main parts. That is cerebellum and pons.
Once were only.
And the third one is medulla
Oblongata.
oblongata. Don't confuse it. This is the cerebellum. This is the cerebrum. Cerebrum, it is a part of forebrain. Cerebellum, it is a part of hindbrain. Okay, here there are in the hindbrain there are three parts: cerebellum, pons, medulla oblongata. In the part of brain, that is forebrain, midbrain, hindbrain. Don't confuse it. Okay. Now let us see the function of cerebellum. Cerebellum, it controls body posture and body balance. When you are cycling, you have to maintain the balance. That is what it is responsible for the cerebellum. When you are doing yoga pose, so it is also responsible by cerebellum. Dance steps, you are doing different dance steps, it is also controlled by cerebellum. So maintaining the body posture and body balance, that is what the cerebellum is. Next, pons. Pons regulates the respiration. Pons regulates the respiration. Body posture, respiration. Next, medulla oblongata. It regulates heartbeat, digestion, blood pressure. It varies from rising, from lowering, rising, lowering. It also controlled by medulla oblongata. Medulla oblongata also regulates sneezing, coughing, vomiting, etc. So this is about the functions of hindbrain, that is cerebellum, pons, medulla oblongata. Let's see just on a picture visualization. I have shown you. See, I have already told you this is the part of cerebrum. Now midbrain, this is the part of midbrain, and this is the hindbrain, which consists of, this is pons, medulla. You look like tree structure.
Yes.
So this is what the cerebellum is. See, this is the cerebellum. So this is about the structure of brain, structure and function of brain. Now, since we have talked about brain look like this, brain covered like this, but when you are buying glass materials, how it comes? It comes in a structured way, covered in a box, and it wrapped in a
Newspaper,
paper or
yes.
something. Why it is?
For
To protect
safety
from
measures.
A
damage.
safety measure, because glass is very delicate.
Yes.
In the same way, brain is protected in a delicate covering that is called bony structure. That bony structure is called
Skull.
nothing but skull. What is the bony structure covering by the brain?
Skull.
Which is very hard. See, hair after the skin after that, the
Skull.
bony structure that covers the brain. So, inside the skull, there are 3 layers. That 3 layers are we called as meninges. What are the 3 layers?
Meninges.
Meninges. And in the 3 layer, between the 3 layer, there is a gap. In between the gap, there is a fluid flow. That fluid is called cerebrospinal fluid. Nothing but CSF. So can you say now what are the functions of meninges and cerebrospinal fluid?
Balancing of a body.
Protects the brain from damage.
Yes, protection. They give protection. We can say buoyancy of the brain. So that's what the meninges and cerebrospinal fluid is. So this is about the protection of brain. I will show this. See, these are the meninges. Here, this is the brain. See, I have told you 3 layers. That is durameter, arachnoid meter, parameter. See, these are the 3 layers. Here the brain is located. Okay? Now this is the meninges. So 3 layers we called as meninges. In between the 3 layers, there is a blue liquid. It's not actually blue. Just I am showing you. The blue liquid you are observing that?
Yes.
So this is what the cerebrospinal fluid. It circulates around the brain till to the spinal cord. So this is what the cerebrospinal fluid and meninges, they protect the brain from any damages. Or we can say it is a buoyancy of the brain. So this is about the structure and function and also the protection of brain. Right.
Evaluation questions.
Cerebrum.
Cerebrum. Okay. Which are the 3 parts of hindbrain?
Cerebellum, pons, medulla oblongata.
Medulla oblongata. So can you give example for involuntary actions in our body?
Digestion, excretion, respiration.
Expiration, heartbeat, so etc. etc. So if you have any doubts, otherwise I will wind up this.